And by golly, it's time. I am indeed. Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I will call the special meeting of the Missoula City Council of May 25th, 2017 to order. For the record, we have all council member present except for Ms. Bentley and Ms. West this afternoon. Oh, and John DeBari, my apologies. Thank you all for getting together. Send a note to council and other interested parties. I apologize. We are very close to having the details of the settlement agreement done, but they are not. Liberty needs to look at a number of provisions. Your legal team was on the case until about 10 o'clock last night. Working on this. So Liberty, we had a phone call with them this morning. We'll have another call with them tomorrow on status. So we expect to bring this agreement to you next week, most likely again as a function of a special meeting. The reason we're doing these special meetings is all about trying to stick to a closing timeline so that we can begin operating the system and make the transition happen in an orderly manner that works for customers as well as for staff of both Mountain Water and city staff, who will soon be blended as a function of this. So my apologies for that. We'll likely notice that meeting. We need to provide 48 hours notice for the special meeting. Monday is a holiday, another reason that we went special meeting today. So we will likely consider this item on Tuesday or Thursday, depending on Liberty's ability to get confirmation on some of their remaining issues. So again, I apologize for the excitement and then the anticlimax here, but we'll get back to that. We do have one agenda item, however, today, and that is the amendment to the Orange Street Interchange construction agreement with the Montana Department of Transportation. This is before you today because of timing around that construction project and some of these transition issues. And I will let Mr. Wilson speak to that. But first, because this is a general meeting of the Missoula City Council, I ask if there's any comment on non-agenda items today. Any general public comment? All right, seeing none, we'll move on with this item of new business. Oh, my apologies. Ms. Marlowe.
You said that we might have you might notice a special city council meeting for next week on Tuesday or Thursday. Is there some reason why we could not do it on Wednesday?
Yes, and that is Tasha Jones absent because she has a deposition, and I want her in the room to go through the details of the agreement.
All right, thanks.
With that, Mr. Wilson.
Good afternoon.
Mr. Bowman.
I want to thank you for taking a minute to hear this today. We really are on a tight timeline on this project. We have a water main replacement project to replace a couple of leaking mains on North Orange, and we're able to do it in conjunction with MDT's Orange Street work, but they need to keep their contractor moving, so it's very timely. Mountain Water started this project it's some time ago, but we picked it up a couple of months ago to take it through completion. Completed the design with the consulting firm, and now everything's in place to start the work. Knife River is the contractor. We have this agreement with MDT. If we can get authorization to execute it, that will let them give Knife River the green light to start work immediately and get out of Orange Street as soon as possible. I guess this agreement gives them another 20 days to complete that work. But As you can see in the funding here, we're asking for approval of this amount not to exceed $225,000. There's ample funds available in the water fund, and this will get rid of 2 important leaking mains, and the opportunity is now.
Thank you, Mr. Wilson. With
I
that,
brought Dennis because he can answer specific questions if you have those.
with that, questions or comments from council members? Mr. Von Lossberg.
Thanks. Glad to see this on the agenda. Out of curiosity, I was wondering what size diameter mains they are, which is probably a question for Dennis. And for John, you referred to the water fund. I'm assuming that this would be assigned or within our capital expenditure budget, CapEx, that we've been reviewing as part of our acquisition deliberations.
That's correct.
Thanks. So the water mains.
Currently, the size of the main that's there now is 6-inch, and it'll be replaced with 8-inch.
Mr. Wilkins, question?
So you were talking about where the money came from, and you kind of got low. So just to make it clear to everybody where
It's in the water fund.
it's in the water fund. Thanks.
Thank you.
Mr. Hess.
Will there be any specific logistical issues with the timing of this, with the transition, or with possession of the company and with this particular project, or can we kind of proceed on this project?
No, we can proceed. This is, we've been working with the engineering staff at Mountain Water on a number of projects to keep private projects moving forward, and there's also on Russell Street, there was some time-sensitive design work too, and we've been working together on those for a little while now.
Great, thank you.
Ms. Jones?
And just some of the information surrounding it, can you explain just for the public where specifically on Orange Street it will be happening, and will it be closing down the street, or will it just be narrowed while the work's being done? What impact it'll have?
It's at the intersections of North 2nd and North 3rd Street at Orange, right where the water mains cross Orange. And I don't know, maybe perhaps Dennis knows something about more of their construction logistics, but while they have things restricted there now, it certainly is less disruptive than it would be at any other time. I'd be guessing, but maybe Dennis knows something.
They're going to try to keep Orange Street open since all the traffic control, everything open. We're going to go through the details Tuesday morning with them. But primarily, at least they'll have flaggers up if they have to close one side of it down, be able to let traffic through.
Mr. Von Lossberg?
Thanks. I meant to ask this when I asked about the diameter of the mains. Do we know what I'm sure we do, what material the mains were that are being replaced? What is that?
Basically, the main that's there is that Calamane with the leaded hubs, which is 103, 104 years old. So that's why it's important to be able to get rid of that and stuff. And we'll be putting in 8-inch ductile iron main.
Thanks. Further questions? All right. Mr. Hess.
Thank you. I move we approve the amendment to the construction agreement with the Montana Department of Transportation for the Orange Street Interchange project to allow for the replacement of leaking water mains in an amount not to exceed $225,000.
That motion is in order. Is there discussion on the motion? Mr. Wilkins?
So this is a prime example why we're getting our water, so we can get some of these things fixed up and not have 107-year-old lead pipes hanging around. Thanks.
Further discussion? Anyone in the audience care to comment on the motion? Seeing none, we'll have a roll call vote.
Armstrong? Yes. Armstrong votes yes. Karas? Yes. Karas votes yes. Hedal? Yes. Hedal votes yes. Hess? Yes. Hess votes yes. Jones? Yes. Jones votes yes. Marlar? Marlar votes yes. Swaney? Yes. Swaney votes yes. Von Lossberg? Yes. Von Lossberg votes yes. Wilkins? Yes. Wilkins votes yes. This passes unanimously.
And the motion does pass. We have no additional new business. Does anyone have any additional comment, question about anything? Mr. Von Lossberg?
Vote.
That's a comment. Excuse me, Mr. Wilkins.
I did vote, just to let you know. I am going to be gone from tomorrow morning till probably next Friday, Saturday, somewhere in there. I had a cousin pass away up in northern Minnesota, and him and I were pretty close, so I'm going to go to his funeral.
Ms. Jones.
Just wanted to remind everyone that the new food bank grand opening is tonight from 5 to 7 o'clock. It's located on Wyoming, down past West Side Valley bowling lanes, and it's a great occasion.
Thank you. Anything else for the good of the order? All right. Thank you all very much. We'll see you next week. We'll be adjourned.